Defer the unknown, not the diagnosis. A retinal model trained to flag disease will happily classify a histopathology slide, a corrupted scan, or a natural photograph of a dog with high confidence. In a clinic that is dangerous, an out-of-distribution input must be caught and sent to a human. Marvel tackles out-of-distribution detection where the in-distribution classes are long-tailed, head disease is common, tail disease is rare, exactly the imbalance real medical data carries. Its bet is geometric. Replace the linear cosine classifier with a nonlinear von Mises-Fisher head, whose decision boundary curves over a hypersphere. Then add a margin-aware ensemble of 3 experts, plus a dedicated outlier expert. A team at IIT Madras shows that Pareto dominates 5 baselines on 3 modalities: retina, skin, histology, at AUROC 91, 87, 90%, with 7 seeds. The forward pass. Take the ResNet 18 feature, L2 normalize it onto the unit sphere. Compute the nonlinear VMF logit for each class, not a scaled cosine, but a change in the log partition function, negative log of CD of kappa mu plus X norm over CD of kappa. Softmax over K plus 1 classes, where the extra class is auxiliary out-of-distribution data. The per-expert score is that extra class probability, averaged across 3 experts, tau 0 head biased, tau 1 balanced, tau 2 tail biased. Fuse it with a dedicated binary outlier expert. The combined score is half the 2. Threshold to defer or classify. The gap it fills. Most out-of-distribution work assumes a balanced dataset. Long-tailed OOD benchmarks are natural images, artificially constructed, not clinically reflective. An evaluation stops at near OOD, held out classes. Real clinical shifts get missed, a different scanner, a different anatomy, pixel corruptions, or a far-out photograph. Marvel assembles a graded spectrum per dataset, open set, near OOD1, near OOD2, corruptions, and far OOD. The honest test is the whole spectrum, not one slice. The hinge, in one chart. The contribution is a single design choice. Turn the linear VMF classifier into the nonlinear one. Table 6 isolates it. On retina, the linear VMF head hits AUROC 82.96. The nonlinear VMF head hits 91.36, an 8.4 point jump from one change. On skin, 81.64 to 85.94. On histology, 88.89 to 89.13. The nonlinear log partition boundary separates in distribution from out of distribution more sharply than the linear cosine one. The theory says why. As kappa grows, the nonlinear logit collapses to cosine. So small kappa is where the extra curvature lives. The graded spectrum, on retina, AUROC climbs across the test conditions. Open set, the hardest, 59.85. Near OOD1, 99.85. Near OOD2, 100. Corruptions, 95.75. Far out photographs, 100. The climb is the contribution. Most papers report only the near OOD slice, the easy middle. Marvel reports the whole curve, including the open set floor where every method, including Marvel, stays under 85%. That floor is the honest unsolved regime. The lever, in pictures. Before, an in-distribution retinal fundus image lands and is classified into a known disease class. After, an out-of-distribution natural photograph lands, scores high on the combined OOD score, and is deferred to a clinician. The same backbone that classifies the known also flags the unknown by reading where the feature lands on the hypersphere relative to the class directions and the outlier expert boundary, where the headline overstates. The abstract reports a 36.9% FP or 95 reduction on histology. That figure is versus the second best AUROC baseline, not the best FP or 95 baseline. Against the true best FP or 95 competitor, the reduction is 15.56, less than half. The headline more than doubles the real gain. Cite 15.56, not 36.9. 5 honest caveats. First, open set is the unsolved regime. AUROC under 85 for every method on every dataset. Second, near OOD2 and far OOD saturate at 100 for Marvel and the top baseline alike, so the differential gain rides on open set, near OOD1, and corruptions. Third, the outlier expert needs auxiliary ImageNet 100 data. Settings without it are untested. Fourth, the backbone is fixed to ResNet 18 with ImageNet pre-trained. No vision transformer, no foundation model. Fifth, in the OOD classifier ablation, a plain fully connected head beats the nonlinear VMF head on AUROC. The VMF head is chosen for balance, not for the maximum. And the 3 expert count is a tuned default, not principled. Defer the unknown, not the diagnosis. Marvel reframes long-tailed medical out-of-distribution detection as a hypersphere problem. A nonlinear von Mises-Fisher head curves the decision boundary where cosine draws a flat line. A margin-aware 3 expert ensemble covers head balanced and tail, and a dedicated outlier expert adds a global boundary. Pareto dominant on 3 modalities, 7 seeds, with the open set floor and the selective baseline gap, both carried honestly. Subscribe for the next breakdown.